Hey guys, it's Toya and thank you for watching ToyaJTV. Today I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this roller set. Technically it is a roller set, but it's not like a traditional roller set. We're going to do it with the large flexi rods because I want less curl, more body. Okay? Less curl, more body. So these are the rollers I'm going to be using. And I'm going to use these like on the sides where my hair is a little bit shorter. And I'm going to use the larger ones in the back, primarily in the back where my hair is longer. These are the largest ones I could find. So this is what we'll be using today. I've already shampooed and conditioned my hair, but I am going to be using the leave-in conditioner from by L. Jones. This is great for always keeping your hair moisturized. You know, anytime you have chemicals, especially if you have a relaxer like myself, or if you have permanent color, or if you have both, a lot of times the hair is more prone to breakage. So it needs a lot of times the hair is prone to becoming dry. So you want to avoid that dryness by making sure you're adding a lot of moisture to your hair. So in addition to, I did do a pre-poo mud mask this time that I shampooed. And in addition to using a moisturizing conditioner and all of that, I am still going to be using the leave-in conditioner. This is from the original collection. And this collection is excellent for adding moisture to the hair, which is exactly what I want. And anytime you are conditioning your hair, you want to always make sure that you don't forget about the ends of the hair. So I'm very conscious to be spraying close to the ends. The roots are important too, but when you're trying to retain length or you want your hair to be longer, the ends tend to dry out and break the fastest because they're the oldest part of the hair. So you definitely want to concentrate there. And I'm just combing it all the way through to ensure no hair strand is left behind. They all are going to get some leave-in conditioner. And of course, you know, I will be doing a side part. Well, I may not necessarily have a part this time. I think I'm just, if I were to have one, like I'm just gonna have it all coming away this way. Well, all coming to the side, but I'm not gonna necessarily have a part. To set the hair, I'm gonna be using the whipped honey foam wrap. If you're looking for something, if you don't like for your hair, I started making this because a lot of setting lotions, they made the hair hard. They made it flake up. They made it like, it feel like it had a residue on it. So I created this and I no longer have those problems. So you can apply as much or as little of this as you want and you will be fine. I typically like to apply the whipped honey foam wrap as I'm rolling the hair. So I normally end on this side. So I don't want to apply like a bunch of whipped honey foam wrap on it and then the hair starts drying. So I typically will apply to each section and then roll that up and then move on to the next section and apply going all the way around. I'm not necessarily, I do have some on my roots already, but I'm gonna put just a little bit more on the roots. This helps your roots lay down, especially when you are trying to relax or stretch. And then I like to comb it through. So I'm gonna kind of have it like going like this. Okay, so I'm gonna start right here. And since these rollers are fairly large, I am going to use pretty large sections. So I primarily focus on the root and then the ends because you want the ends to lay nice and smooth, and then I just put the rest on the middle. And I feel like these are the easier rollers to use. I'm just gonna wrap it around like I'm doing a wand curl. And that's a little loose for me. So we're gonna start from the bottom and work our way up. This is an alternate way to do it. Just twist. Much tighter. Moving right along to the second one. All right, so now I'm gonna move on. So while I'm in the back, I'm gonna use the larger rollers, because remember, we want less curl, more body. All right, larger one. I've already done one. Working like a charm. So I'm gonna continue all throughout the head, and I'll come back when I'm done. For this side, I'm gonna roll it away from my face because I don't want the curls to go this way. I want them to go that way so that when they fall, they'll kind of frame my face. And typically, even when I curl my hair with heat, I do it the same way. I curl away from my face. It's easier for me to hold my hands above my head, even though I hate doing that because it makes my arms so tired. Perfect. Okay, so this is what it looks like now. I feel like I need to put, see how that went? When I look down, these two kind of fall. So I think what I'm going to do is just like put a pin right there. I'm just gonna like, and that will just ensure it doesn't move forward. Now, yes, there may be a little dent right there, but I can get that out with just a teensy weensy bit of heat. So I would rather have to do that than the curl set forward. You can also, I don't have any, but if you have end papers, you could put an end paper under here and that'll eliminate the dent. So I've been up under the dryer and my hair is completely dry. So, well, I think it is. We're gonna test a few and see. I think it's dry. Yeah, that's dry. Isn't that cute? See how it just pops right back? That's what the whipped honey foam wrap does. It lets your curls set perfectly. See, there's no frizz in this curl. It's not crunchy. Listen, don't hear any crunching. There's no white flaking. And to the touch, it is soft. There's no residue. So that's what we want. That's what's gonna make your roller sets have a lot of body. Set it properly. So I'm gonna finish taking these out. Well, let's test one in the back. Just this one. Look at that. Light and fluffy. And most importantly, it's dry. It needs to be 125% dry so you can avoid it freezing up later. Because I guarantee you it's going to rain tomorrow. I have not checked the weather, but every time I do my hair and put like thought into it, a lot of time into it, it rains. It's going to rain. Watch. I'm not going to say that because, you know, your words have power. So I'm not going to say that. But I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, that one is looking good. Feeling good to the touch. Okay. All right, so let's take the rest of them down. All of these are not dry. I spoke too soon. This one is not dry. So I'm gonna roll this one back up. And I think I'm gonna roll all of them back up because at this point I don't trust any of them. You know what I mean? I don't remember how I had this one because some of them I didn't. Some of them I rolled like regularly, but some of them I like twisted. All right. We rolling back up. Looks like I will be sleeping in rollers tonight because it's getting late. Which is fine. My style will just be fresh for tomorrow. So, baby, how are you not dry? How? How is that even possible? Okay. We'll be back tomorrow. It's a brand new day. So, as you can see, I just tied this up with my scarf and I went to bed last night, okay? So, it should definitely be dry now because it dried. It had all night. That's about 7-8 hours to dry. Okay. We're about to see what this hitting on like. Oh, it feels very dry. So far, it feels very dry. Let's see. Oh, yeah. That feels dry. That's what we want. See, that's what I get for doing my hair late in the evening. You run the risk of it not being fully dry by the time it's time to style. But the good thing about that is I can have a fresh hairstyle today instead of yesterday I would have had to go to sleep on it. Oh, and also I do not recommend sleeping in these rollers right here. Now, normally I can sleep in some rollers. It has never bothered me, but these gave me problems. Like I had to get creative. I had to practically sleep on my face. Anyhow. I don't know what she wanted to do. That's fine. One thing about it, it is so soft. Like, I mean, it is super soft. Now, I am not going to wear this like a traditional rod set. I'm going to comb this. So, I want these curls to fall. Remember how I said I am going for body, not curl. That's why I did it with these large rollers. If you're wanting more curl, you need to rod your hair with the smaller roller. The larger the roller, the less curl you will have. The smaller the roller, the more curl you will have. Man, it's so soft. It feels great. All right, let's get to it. I'm going to be using just a little bit of the Satin Moisture Cream, and I'm just going to pretty much be concentrating on my ends. You know, you always want to keep the ends of your hair moisturized, and if you have any type of chemical on your hair, again, like myself, I have a relaxer, but if you have a relaxer, color, or both, or if your ends just tend to be very dry, you want to make sure you put this on so your ends don't dry out, because when the ends dry out quickly, that means you have to get more trims more often, and you probably don't see a lot of length, okay? And it's not the fact that your hair isn't growing, it's the fact that you're probably not giving your ends enough TLC. So this is the only amount that I'm using. This is a tiny amount. This is like a little bitty drop. Basically, when you rub it in your hands, it should practically disappear, okay? You just want the residue. You don't want a whole lot of product on your hair. Remember, I don't know what this curl did. We may have to roll her back up. I knew, see, this one wasn't dry. I knew she wasn't dry all the way, but I rolled her back up, so I thought she would be fine. But she giving me problems already. But we'll handle that later. I don't have to use these. See, look how she already pretty much went straight. We're going to end up rolling her back up, but I'm going to go ahead and style it. So I'm going to be using this wide tooth comb. Typically, I would take a brush. We may still do that. I normally take my vent brush, the same brush that I used to wrap it with, and I normally use that to comb it out some, because you want to get rid of all those roller lines. But we're going to just go in with the comb first, and I'm going to start in the back. And if it's still too curly for me, you know, I can always count on my trusty wrap. So you remember I told you I may have to put a little heat on the front. I am gonna put like a little heat right here. It's still a little bit too curly for me, but I know this is gonna drop. So for now, but I'm gonna put like just a little bit of heat right on this little front part right here. Okay, so I decided to curl it just a little bit in the front. Not too much now, but I feel like that helped it, and I don't really want it. Normally, I do my heavy bang and all this here, but I really don't want it in my face this week. So we're gonna do just a little something, not too much razzle dazzle. And see, you remember when I was rolling it away from my face, and then that way when it falls, the curls fall toward the face like that. I really low-key don't like this, but we're going to roll with it. I'm just going to wrap it for the rest of the week. I'm not going to roll it. Let's see the back. I have come to the conclusion that I don't really like roller sets. I do these roller sets for you to show you how, or different ways that you can style your relaxed hair. But I'm a heat girl. I like heat. It's quicker. I like the results better. It gives more body. It gives more bounce. All of the above. But if you like a roller set, do what you like. I do think that with a roller set, the curls, the style kind of lasts a bit longer. To me, it doesn't go as flat as quickly. It gives the hair more body. It gives not more body. It gives the hair more volume, but it does not give the hair more body, in my opinion. Now, does my hair have movement? Yes, it does. It does. I'm not gonna lie, it does. It's very soft. It did what it was supposed to do. I mean, but I did have to put a little bit of heat on it. I did have to help it out. My Toy Primo flat iron did have to come to the rescue now. But I mainly just added the heat right in here, and I added just a little bit like right here. Like right here. I didn't add any heat in the back. So, you guys can let me know what you think. Do you prefer roller set or do you prefer heat? Be sure to like this video, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And I will talk to you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.